obliterating a court record, for obliterating a jail record, concealing the child that was in the jail.
Okay.
Can you tell us exactly what happened, why that charge was missed initially?
It just was. I don't know why. Just the way things happened, but it was initially missed. Wasn't part of the grand jury indictment back in July, and I've been meaning to try and get it part of that, and I was just available, made available to myself to it Wednesday.
How about the significance of the videotape? You're asking for the 9 hours of, what does that mean to the case?
It means everything. What it will mean is that it tells you exactly what happened. Right now, the video is what they said it's spliced, but it's spliced and it really misses a lot of stuff that is being claimed. And there's they're claiming a lot of bad actions were taking place, but the video doesn't show those actions. It doesn't show, and it was made public, and you guys have seen that video. It actually jumps in time, and you can see that somebody's been in there doing, moving around and doing things, and they're claiming that she took a file. Well, you don't know what file she took because they've spliced everything and they've edited that part out. So we need to see the whole file, and once we have the whole file, we'll be able to tell exactly what happened.
The issue with AW, what exactly is at stake there with the files that are being requested, and what do you believe they're actually looking at in that?
AW is a juvenile. I do believe it's just standard practice for a defense attorney to look into and do a proper investigation. He has to look into the background of everybody that's involved, and he's one of our victims in the case. A very serious charge, and any defense attorney would be remiss if they did not follow up and do a full investigation.
And he's wanting that information to get that first charge outright, correct?
That's correct. He needs that information to be able to make a defense, or there may be a possible defense in there. They don't know, but you have to have that information. Any defense attorney has to have that type of information and you got to look through it and be thorough. There may or may not be anything there, but until you actually do your work and look through it, you're not doing well. He's not doing his work if he doesn't look at it.
What's next in the case? Obviously, a lot of charges, a lot of motions, a lot of evidence. Where do we stand, and what's next?
We have another motion hearing set. I believe that it's tentatively set November 20th. I doubt anything happens at that point. Right now, we have to get these videos. We have to look at it. One of the things that was ordered was there was a big server, and it was very large, that was ordered to be in my custody for us to look at. I'm not 100% sure. Well, I don't know if anything is actually even on it. But until we actually get a look at it, we won't know. It will take a considerable amount of time to actually look at it, and so probably nothing going to happen for a while until we actually have time to go through and thoroughly investigate this server.
And that server's in custody of the state right now, or in the
it's in custody.
MOCIC?
MOCIC, yes.
And both parties are wanting to see if that goes back to February, correct? And y'all are.
Oh yeah, it would be wonderful if it did, but it is my understanding that it's only going to go back 30 days, which makes it probably useless to everybody. However, we don't know until we see.
It was made mention that former Sheriff Sigman had to have that removed. What do you understand what happened there, why it was removed, when it was removed, and why those actions were taken?
Well, just what you heard today in court, that's all, as much as I know. Okay. That's what they told me. That's the first time I've heard that. Okay. That it was due to the fact that there was other allegations by other inmates in the jail, and that he was doing that and had it removed for a defense of those allegations.
If it went back further than 30 days, what types of things are you hoping that it contains that would be paramount to this case?
Well, I want to know where certain files are located. We have missing files and everything that I can't really go into, but there would be a lot of evidence on that server if it went back past 30 days.
Because I believe Courtney said that was the big thing. The video was going to absolve Sigman of all charges, and now you're saying, hey, listen, that was spliced up, and now you want the whole 9 hours so you can take a look at it.
That's correct. That's correct. Looking at the parts that we have, it doesn't show anything. You guys have seen the same thing that I've seen. That doesn't show anybody doing anything wrong. However, we would know 100% once we get the full 9 hours.